Hey guys, this is Charl from worshipguitarskills.com, and in this video I'd like to give you a breakdown of that Agnus Dei jam that I recorded. Essentially what I did is I just created like a drone effect for myself, and that was really just a ambient sound like this. As you can hear, there's tons of delay and reverb on there. But basically I was thinking kind of like a cello, I just wanted to get this a low ringing note here. But for this song, I didn't play any other notes. I literally just gave myself a drone. So it was just a G note, and then I recorded it in such a way that you never really heard the attack, come in, so that it's really like if you were to play with a keyboard player and they have the drone, you just kind of hear that. All right, so that's the drone sound, and I think I might still have it recorded here. Let's hear. All right, so that was the sound, and then to go into the melody, one thing that I really like is using 2-note voicings. So obviously the melody is. All right, so with that being the melody, then if you look at these 2 notes here, they come from that G chord. It's like a G with an A shape, but it's playing those 2 notes, and then knowing that I'm going to be playing into that B from the A note before, so I went. And then right, so let's check that out nice and slow. It's literally the 10th fret with my first finger and the 12th fret with my second finger on the B and D strings. And then I go from 10 to 12 on the B string. And then I went to fret 8 with my first finger on the B and fret 9 with my second finger on the D. Alright, so you can hear these 6th voicings sound really cool. And in order to give it the lyrical quality, I used a lot of slurs and articulation. For example, this slide here. So instead of playing both voicings like this, I just went. You can even get rid of that attack by. Let's do that again. So very interesting is like if you play both notes together with a pick, it sounds different than what if you used hybrid picking. I just find you get more clarity on the notes when you use hybrid picking like this. All right, and then for the melody part, there's many ways to play that. I decided to do like to start that off with those same notes that we had in the beginning. Then slide, the hammer-ons, and pull-offs. slides. And then adding some vibrato there just to kind of give it, again, that lyrical quality. I really like to approach the guitar like a singer would, you know, so they'll never just sing a note, they'll either scoop into it or bend into a note. They'll add some vibrato, they add those inflections, really, which gives a singer its characteristic, you know, as it relates to songs, because everyone can sing the same song, but they're going to sing it in slightly different ways, in the same way that we are speaking. So here's a great tip. Think of the way that you talk, and even the way I'm talking right now. There's certain pauses and gaps in my talking. The rhythmic vibe of my talking changes, you know, as I get excited. You just want to emulate that kind of stuff in your playing. So two people can say the same thing, but they're going to say it in a different way. All right, they're going to place emphasis on different notes. They're going to have a different rhythmic vibe to that, all those kind of things, right? So you want to get that into your playing with stuff like this. Now you can, of course, also go. But I prefer to keep these things on the same string, just the timbre of the notes remain the same, and then it's a bit more consistent, right? Moving along then, instead of playing the double stops, which really was a combination of fifths and sixths, we went to tenths. Alright, so it's all up to your preference how you want to play those notes. I like to do my tenths with my first finger and my pinky, because then I can go. I can slide between notes without having to pick up my fingers, right? So. So all I'm doing there is I'm playing the 10th fret on the B string with my pinky, and then the 9th fret with my first finger. So that gives you 9 and 10. Then I slide it up to 10 and 12, back to 9 and 10, 7 and 8, 3 and 5. What you can also do, so you don't have to do a chordal thing each time, you can also just add in the melody notes like that. And that was it for tenths, and then I believe it went here. So you already know the melody. Play it down in here in the open string, and then you're taking it up the octave. In fact, it should be. So again, a healthy dose of vibrato, hammer-on, slurs, all those kind of good stuff. And what you can also do to kind of give it a bit more emotion is all right. Simple melody, lots of vibrato. You don't want to overuse the vibrato, right? You don't want to make it sound like too intense, all right? But you definitely want to give it some character, right? And then at the end, I think I just played some of these voicings. And maybe even just an open G string. And you literally want to use this soft part of your thumb over here, because then the note wouldn't have like a crazy attack. Because if I use my pick for this, it's a very different sound to this. And that's it. Those were some techniques that I used to play just a jam, you know, for that song. I would encourage you to go and check out all these different approaches. So I used the double stop chords with fifths and sixths. I used tenths. I used these open voiced triads. Play the melody down here, play the melody up there. I used articulation. I used hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, vibrato, even some string bending, just to make the guitar sing, you know. And as a worship guitarist, that is really one of the best things that you can do for your playing, is learn how to make the guitar sing. You're not going to play lead all the time, but you want to get into that melodic approach for the guitar, right? So that it sounds like you are one of the singers in the band sometimes, right? And also you want to have a variety of voicings at your disposal, so that depending on what the other guitarist is playing, depending on what the keyboardist is playing, depending on what the acoustic guitars are playing, you can choose appropriate voicings. Right, so if you want to learn more about all these kind of things that I just mentioned as it relates to worship guitar playing, we've got a free 7-day guitar challenge where you'll learn 15 types of guitar parts that you'll use in worship playing a lot. You can get downloadable tabs, downloadable backing track, and some good stuff that will help you develop your worship guitar skills. So I'd encourage you to sign up for the 7-day worship guitar challenge. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please go ahead, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell, because then you can get notifications whenever we release new videos just like this one. Thanks so much, guys. Have fun with your playing, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this video where we looked at ways in which you can play more melodically on the guitar while making use of your mental understanding, your oral ability by hearing music and melodic ideas, and then the physical ability of actually mapping out the notes on the guitar. Now this is all just the start of a whole wonderful journey, and if you'd like to dig deeper and learn more about how you can compose these different kinds of parts as well as get access to the backing track that I used in this example, well, we've got a 7-day worship guitar skills challenge which you can sign up for free. The link is in the description box. When you sign up for the 7-day challenge, you will learn 15 different kinds of guitar parts making use of these chord tones in a musical and melodic fashion, and that's going to help you really map out the notes on the guitar so you can play with more passion, power and precision, all those kind of good things that you hear all of your favorite guitarists do. So that's all covered in the 7-day guitar challenge. You'll get tablature, you'll get a backing track, and you'll also get access to my personal email address. If you've got any questions, you can just fire off an email and then I will go ahead and address that in future videos. Alright guys, it's been awesome hanging with you today. Make sure you sign up for the 7-day guitar challenge so we can go ahead and dig deeper into this wonderful journey of becoming a better guitarist.